But really what he's saying is, I want you to be a good neighbor and a good trade partner. If you've been tariffing us all this time, I thought we had free trade. The fact that he is using this to get these leaders to just be the fair trade partners they were supposed to be. I guess it's gone on so long that this seems like a shock to a lot of people, even though it's what we should have done 20-something years ago.
Well, I mean, globally, we have been a leader in international trade, and we've lowered worldwide tariffs through our leadership for decades and decades. And right now, the average global tariff is less than 3%. There aren't really those high tariffs that you're hearing about here and there in little pockets. Where they exist, absolutely, we should lower them, and we should do so aggressively when necessary. But I don't think the world is quite as tilted as some might have you believe. And I'd also, going back to your earlier point, switching supply chains is more complicated than it is just going to the grocery store and picking one box of cereal versus another box of cereal. A lot of times, retail stores and other businesses have long-term contracts set up with certain suppliers in different countries. So those tariffs can be very, very disruptive. It's not a matter of just making that switch quickly in every instance. Sometimes we're just going to have to suffer and pay those tariffs, which is why I do think tariffs would raise prices in this country. Again, it wouldn't bring us to our knees. It wouldn't cause a recession. But because Americans elected Donald Trump to lower prices, I think a lot of people are going to be frustrated if prices start moving in the opposite direction.
Could he use it as leverage to get rid of the income tax? I mean, the 16th Amendment says that they can levy income taxes. It doesn't say they have to.
Yeah, I don't think that's really plausible. And, never do math on TV, but I'll do a little bit of math on TV. There are a total of $4 trillion of imports into this country. Let's say we applied 100% tariff to those $4 trillion. Obviously, we'd bring in $4 trillion in revenue. Problem is, the federal budget right now is $6.75 trillion. So we'd start off right away with a $2.75 trillion deficit, even bigger than what we've experienced under Joe Biden. And then as these tariffs take effect, people would buy fewer imported goods. That can be a good thing, but it would also necessarily reduce revenue. So that budget deficit would continue to grow, and we'd have even worse red ink than we had under Biden and Obama and other reckless spending presidents.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.